Bartali's adventure log opens with a requirement that we make highly concentrated herbal juice. You make this through simple alchemy, using 3 sunrise herbs and 1 mineral water, or you can also use dry Maine grass or wild grass. After you make the base herbal juice, you use simple alchemy to combine several herbal juices together to make the next level up, and so on until you make highly concentrated herbal juice. For the next entry, you need to head down to Roodham Outstation area and kill 30 Roodham fighters. In Chapter 5, you also have to gather cabbage. Cabbage can be gathered at Gabino Farm as well as Diaz Farm. And for the last task in Chapter 5, you simply have to consume a knight's combat ration. If you are a member of a guild already, the first task in Chapter 6 will auto-complete. If not, you need to join or create a guild. For the second task, you have to kill the world boss Quent, which spawns near Quent Hill, and pick up loot. Next, you need to have knowledge on the Calpheon City merchants. You can look at the city on the map and see which characters you've talked to and which ones you have not. Also, if you push H, you'll pull up your knowledge category window, and under character, under the Calpheon City merchants category, you'll see the names of all of the NPCs. One of the entries in the book requires that you type a number into general chat, and the correct number to type is 12. Now you need to give a PRI Kalis Necklace to the NPC Valks. You can purchase the mysterious necklace boxes from the armor vendor and open them to get trash jewelry drops, which you can then attempt pry with no fail stacks in the enhancement window with a black spirit. In order to find Valks, you can use the NPC search up in the upper right hand corner and type in his name. For the very last entry in Chapter 6, we have to breed a horse. Make sure you have a female in your stable of any tier and any level, and 1 empty stable space. The male can be your own horse or someone else's horse listed on the breeding market. Click Apply to start the breed with your female. The breeding will take 2.5 hours, and the task will complete once you collect the foal. Chapter 7 starts us off in the village of Florin. Find one of the herb brewers and complete the minigame to complete the first task. For the next task, you have to gather an everlasting herb, which is a rare plant that grows all over the world. I found mine at Rue Tree Stub inside the tree stump. There is a task in Chapter 7 to carry the lost lamb to Island Bartali. Now, Island Bartali is all the way in the inn in Velia, but the lost lamb is at the foot of the mountains below Lynch Ranch. Before this was patched, and I don't know if it's still possible to complete it in this way, you could go to the node manager at Lynch Ranch, get 10 amity with him, and actually accept a quest called the Lost Lamb. And you still might want to do, at least activate or accept the quest, because it puts a marker on your map for where the lamb can be found. You pick up the lamb, and this is something I need for anyone watching to maybe note in the comments, whether carrying the lamb back to the node manager and delivering it completes this task for you in the book. If it doesn't, you have to pick up the lamb and carry it all the way to Velia, to the inn, and hand it to Island Bartali to complete the task in the book. The final task in Chapter 7 is to give Island Bartali in the Velia Inn a Manos Ruby Necklace. This is a crafted necklace, crafted in a jewelry workshop, but it requires some rare materials and a lot of steps, which may be difficult for you if you don't have free CP to pick up a jewelry workshop, or you haven't been life skilling, you don't have the materials for it. It's probably easiest just to snipe one off of the marketplace. It'll cost you around 20 million silver at this time. The first task in Chapter 8 has us ride a wagon with 4 wheels. You can purchase a farm wagon from any stable NPC with a shop, register it, and then get on the wagon to complete the task. For the next task, you need to make 5 cold draft beer, which is automatically procced occasionally when making regular beer at a cooking utensil in your residence. You'll need 5 of some type of grain, 6 mineral water, 2 leavening, and 1 sugar. Those last 3 ingredients you buy from the cooking vendor in any city. Using a fluid collector, collect weasel blood to complete the next task. Weasels can be found outside of both Olvia and Velia. Hopefully you saved your weasel blood, because the next task is to make wise man's blood at an alchemy station in your residence. This recipe requires 1 monk's branch, 1 clear liquid reagent, 1 trace of Ascension, and 2 weasel blood. The last task in Chapter 8 is a little bit complicated. You need to get a cannon and cannonballs from the blacksmith in Velia. Once you do, you have to right-click the cannon to see the spot you need to set it up, which is in Kron Castle. But let's look first at what target they're talking about that you have to hit. Out in the bay, there are scarecrows floating around. You'll note that those are south of the small island here. We need to remember where those are because we want to ping our target after we set up our cannon. Head to Kron Castle, to the place marked, and set up your cannon by right-clicking it from your inventory. Put the cannonballs in it, then look at your map and ping the location where we saw the scarecrows. Go ahead and get on your cannon, line the crosshairs up with the ping that you see in the sky. Hit S to raise your cannon up to max height. Then hold down the left mouse button to fill it to max power. When you let go of the left mouse button, the cannon will fire and the quest can complete. All that's left now to do is talk to the Black Spirit to complete your Journal 8.